A trip to Oahu can be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for some, but choosing where you're going to stay can be a bit tricky. Do you want a large resort with beautiful weather and lots of amenities? Or do you want to be away from the city and ready for outdoor adventures? Here are my top recommendations for places to stay in each of the Oahu regions. Honolulu and Waikiki. Honolulu is the central hub of the Hawaiian Islands, and Waikiki is the center of tourism. Waikiki is about walking and gawking, eating and shopping, surfing and soaking up the sun. You don't come to Waikiki to get away from the action. You come here to get a piece of the action. The Waikiki Beach Marriott Resort and Spa is the kind of place you think of when you imagine a large, very nice Hawaiian resort. Tropical feel, open-air lobby, and a good staff. Even though it's very large, it radiates the dreamy warmth that you're looking for without seeming to be too busy. There are cultural demonstrations all the time in the center of the lobby next to the enormous wood carving telling the story of the Hawaiian people in an abstract modern style. Very striking. The Kohala Hotel and Resort is ranked among the world's best hotels, and for good reasons. This is probably our favorite Oahu resort. It has all the trappings of a big, fun destination resort without any of the annoyances like waiting in lines or crowds. The Kohala exudes a relaxed, old-world, luxurious feel. There's afternoon tea on the open-air veranda, mature gardens and grounds, and clean, well-tended surroundings. Windward Oahu. The east side of the island is windward, so you get wetter weather there, which in turn brings beautiful, lush vegetation. The main towns on this side of the island are Kailua and Kaneohe. Kailua is your classic beach town, though it is no longer the sleepy town it was a decade ago. There are no resorts here, but vacation rentals and B&Bs are plentiful. Two of the finest beaches on the island bless this community, and kayaking in Kailua Bay to offshore islands is fantastic, and there are some excellent restaurants. Kaneohe is the next town. The most important landmark in Kaneohe is the Kaneohe Marine Corps Base. Forget your visions of row upon row of barracks with privates running around and sergeants barking out orders. This is a charming, self-contained city with all the comforts of home. Sort of an island within an island. With the Ko'olau mountain range and fronted by a large pond filled with koi and curious black swans, it's impossible not to feel peaceful here. So here's my top and only pick for a place to stay on East Oahu. Paradise Bay Resort. So this resort is composed of 11 buildings, some waterfront, of up to 3 floors each, built on the slopes of a hill, so expect lots of steps. The staff is friendly and the views can be quite breathtaking from some of the rooms in their dining area. The units are basic with nice upgrades, new kitchens and bath. The nearest beach is a 10-minute drive away, but many people take their free kayaks out into the bay to snorkel. North Shore Oahu. The North Shore is probably the prettiest area on the entire island. Forget the big city and the multi-lane highways. This is a place with only a few traffic lights and a 2-lane road that hugs the shoreline, embracing the Hawaii of yesteryear. Along the way, you'll find yourself constantly drooling over the beaches and the mountain scenery. Turtle Bay Resort is on 5 miles of beaches. The place seems to have a low-key, relaxed vibe overall, and the staff is nice. This is the only place on Oahu where you can see the sunrise over the water, at least from April to September, and sunsets from the same location. The thing that makes Turtle Bay so great is also what hurts it. It's near the northernmost tip of the island, far, far away from Waikiki. Meanwhile, Ka'ike Beach Bungalows is a good alternative. One of the best spots to watch North Shore surfing in the winter is from their large beachfront patio with barbecues for the guests to use. All the units have a similar modern decor. Little bamboo here, a Hawaiian print there, a full kitchen, but no telephones. They do a lot of small weddings here and have many repeat visitors. In fact, they book up to a year and a half in advance, but you may find an opening here and there if you don't plan ahead. Waianae, Ko'olina, and West Oahu. Waianae in the west and central Oahu are the least visited parts of the island. Central Oahu is dominated by vast fields of pineapple. while Waianae is dominated by exceptionally clear water and a bad reputation among island residents. Waianae has some of the nicest ocean water on the island, and you shouldn't let its reputation dissuade you from partaking with its delights. Waianae is also the name generally used to describe the western coastline heading out all the way to Kaena Point. The Four Seasons Resort Oahu at Ko'olina sits in a lovely protected Ko'olina lagoon shared with the Disney's Aulani Resort. The rooms are perfect here, large and well laid out with tons of closet space. The bathrooms have separate showers, deep soaking tubs, and double vanity sinks. Every room has a spacious lanai and a ceiling fan, so feel free to open up the doors and let the ocean breezes in. The decor has a warm, natural feel to it. A property like this could feel stuffy and pretentious, but the Four Seasons is a warm, welcoming addition to Oahu. Overall, it's the kind of place you don't want to leave until you see your bill. Aulani, a Disney resort and spa, dominates the landscape on this side of the island. Now, I have to admit I'm not a Disney adult, so I had my own biases going into this review. But it took me longer to see this resort from top to bottom than any other resort in Hawaii. Their suites are amazing with fairy tale beds, large stream showers, and whirlpool tubs that the whole family can fit in. I mean, I could go on and on. It's not a place to go and get away from kids, though, and it felt noisy and crowded to me. The Hawaiian Princess is not just a gem, it's also a solid gold value. It has the kind of beachfront location that people dream of. It's built right on top of Papaoneone Beach, a very picturesque and surprisingly lightly used half-mile-long beach. Views from all the units are just glorious. Got any resorts or hotels you love but didn't see on our list here? Go ahead and let us know in the comments. Check out our blog that goes into further detail about each region and cities on Oahu. We hope this will point you to some truly spectacular options for your trip to Hawaii. Everyone has different tastes when it comes to vacations. Is your plan to feel pampered and connected with nature and peace? Or do you wish to share your adventure traveling in a group? Hawaii is the ultimate travel destination, and the options can feel overwhelming, especially if you're unfamiliar with the layout of the islands. Honeymoons, anniversaries, family trips, and even business trips. There are all kinds of different reasons to travel to Hawaii. I'm here to help you navigate the process of deciding where to stay. Today I'm focusing on Hawaii's Garden Island, Kauai. Here are my top recommendations for places to stay in each Kauai region. Kauai's East Shore. Kauai's East Shore is part of the windward side of the island. This means that trade winds regularly make things breezy in this area, at least in the afternoon hours, bringing tropical rain with it most nights. There's always a chance of rain, but most showers are light and brief, just enough to keep things looking green and tropical. This is why I suggest the Hilton Garden Inn Kauai, a resort that's great for families with small children. It's located next to Lidgate Park, the safest place to swim on the island that also has a couple of playgrounds and a beachside walking path. The location makes it a good place for exploring the rest of the island, with both the north and south shores being similar driving distances. Plus, it's close to shopping hubs and lots of dining options. A nice perk is their cultural program that has activities such as a sunrise visit to the Hawaiian Temple or Heiau that's near the beach. They do this 3 days a week, and it's included in your resort fee. You'll be happy to stay in, too, since they have nightly entertainment in the lobby. This hotel can often feel busy, so take that into consideration when making your plans. If you want something more calming, the Royal Sonesta Kauai Resort might be your best bet. From the immaculate garden-like grounds, complete with birds and koi, to the smashing pool area, this place works. The overall feel is calming. They have tons of artwork strewn throughout the resort, and there is an unbelievable circular pool with a bridge to the center island and spas along one edge. Kauai's North Shore. Kauai's North Shore, where lushness takes on a whole new meaning. Every shade of green imaginable is represented in its myriad plant life. Its beaches are exquisite, and its mountains unmatched in their sheer majesty. After a heavy rain, you will literally be unable to count the number of waterfalls etched into the side of North Shore Mountains. The major towns here are Kilauea, Princeville, and Hanalei. though there are many smaller communities around and between these towns. Honolulu Colony Resort is the only beachfront condo on the North Shore. The resort is secluded and somewhat isolated near the end of the road on the North Shore, and there are free area shuttles to beaches, shopping, and dining. Plus, there's a pretty good coffee place on the property. All the units are 2-bedroom, but this allows for only 3 people per room. Have a bigger party than just the crowd of 3? Honolulu Bay Resort has you covered. This condo resort is located in Princeville, on 22 acres of beautiful, lush, and winding grounds. It looks and feels very tropical. The layout of the resort makes it feel quiet, even when they're nearly full. The main swimming pool has a small waterfall next to the spa and a swim-up bar. Kauai's South Shore. The sunny South Shore, where rainfall is less frequent and sunshine is abundant. Many people prefer the sunnier quality of the South Shore to the lushness of the North Shore. Fortunately, you can have it all. This is probably the premier destination for most visitors on Kauai. You'll find the widest range of accommodations here, plus plenty of dining options. It's not as pricey as the North Shore, but your mileage may vary depending on your tastes. The Grand Hyatt Kauai Resort and Spa easily rates as a gem, and their awesome grounds put them in a class by themselves. Not to sound like a drooling sycophant, but the Hyatt did almost everything right. As you walk into the lobby and see the ocean framed by the entrance, you realize that here they really sweated the details. The rooms are pleasant and modern, but lack the personality the rest of the resort has in abundance. Kiahuna Plantation Resort, however, exudes a relaxed, old-world plantation feel. The grounds are lush, well-groomed, and mature. You'll see ancient monkey paw trees and huge bromeliads, as well as lots of orchids. Kiahuna is also blessed with being on the world-class Kiahuna Beach. It's backed by a huge lawn, too. In fact, the entire resort is paved with bountiful grass. Hawaii's West Shore. Last but not least, the West Shore. If the South Shore is called the sunny South Shore, then Western Kauai should be called the very sunny West Shore. The first 2 things visitors notice on this side of the island are the relative aridity of the land and the red color of the soil. There's also no major resorts, relatively few dining options, and generally a drier, less tropical feel than most of the area. For some people, that's an attraction in and of itself. Luckily, the Waimea Plantation Cottages gives you the feeling of ohana here, and you will definitely experience the aloha spirit. They have a few activities on site, such as sand volleyball, buckyball, and shuffleboard. Many weddings take place on the grounds here. It may be worthwhile springing for an ocean view on this property, but garden views are pretty safe. The Inn Waimea, aka West Kauai Lodging, is a cozy inn in the middle of Waimea, just off the main highway. Each suite is decorated in its own way, with a separate sitting room in keeping with the old Hawaiian style. One second-story unit has an ocean view. Another first-floor suite has a large double jacuzzi. Got any resorts or hotels that you love but didn't see on our list here? Go ahead and let us know in the comments. Check out our blog that goes into further detail on each of the shores on Kauai. We hope this will point you to some truly spectacular options for your trip to Hawaii. With aquarium-like water, white sand beaches, and beautiful towns, Maui is, without a doubt, one of the loveliest places on the planet. Maui has lots of resorts and hotels to stay in, whether you're on your honeymoon, traveling alone, or with friends and family. However, with so much to see and do, finding a place can be difficult. We've compiled the ultimate guide to the best stays for a memorable Maui vacation to assist you in your search. Central Maui. I'll start with Central Maui since that's where you'll arrive. Central Maui is your introduction to the island. You'll land there, you'll shop there. Few people come to Central Maui just to see Central Maui. It's kind of like the Denver airport of Maui. Everyone just passes through, yet few look around. But don't blow it off completely. Central Maui does have some reasons to stop and stay a while. The Maui Seaside Hotel is a local hotel that's been growing in recent years. Now, while it's not the fanciest place to stay on the island, it always has clean, tidy rooms and grounds. You'd expect to find great deals staying in a less touristy area. But the bad news is, even though it might be less expensive than other choices on the island, the price difference won't be as much as you would have hoped. Though advertised as being on the beach, it's actually on a commercial harbor, and the water is not recommended for swimming. The good news is they have a pretty good restaurant, shuttle services that even many of the large resorts don't match, and employees that greet you like your family. The Paia Inn on Maui's North Shore is a nice change of pace. Located right on the Hana Highway in the middle of town, it's within walking distance to great shops, restaurants, and one of the better North Shore beaches, and the inn has private access to the nearby beach. West Maui. West Maui has always been an amazing place. However, much of the experience here won't be what it once was. The destruction of Lahaina from the wildfires in 2023 will affect this area for the foreseeable future. It's not as simple to say West Maui should be avoided due to the disaster and complications from the cleanup and recovery. Those same challenges mean the businesses in West Maui need support from visitors more than ever. And that fire burned down Lahaina, not all of the resort areas north of there, such as Ka'anapali, Kahana, Kapalua, and Napili. Hyatt Regency Maui Resort and Spa is one of the biggest resorts on Maui, sitting among 40 acres of spacious and exotic grounds. The two outstanding pools are large with waterfalls, and one has a fast 150-foot water slide, but users have to be at least 4 feet tall. They also have a swinging bridge, a swim-up bar inside a cave. Little ones can enjoy a shorter water slide, a sand-lined lagoon, and synchronized fountains. But between the two is a poolside bar filled with the roar of artificial waterfalls. The lobby is next to the huge atrium, which in the morning is filled with the sounds of wild birds, there to steal some of your food. There's plenty to see and do on this property. The Montage at Kapalua Bay is a 24-acre condominium resort, consisting of 5 residential buildings on the grounds of the old Kapalua Bay Hotel. It's a mix of private condos and vacation rentals with high-end resort amenities and very professional staff. The grounds are tropical and pleasing. The buildings have a contemporary Hawaiian feel and sit well on the acreage, giving most rooms some view of the ocean from these low to mid-rise buildings. South Maui. Ah, South Maui, the land of sun and beaches and visions of offshore islands. Until the mid-1900s, there were few people living in South Maui. Lack of water made things difficult to grow, and after all, what else is land good for? Well, today we know it's good for growing Hawaii's most important cash crop. Visitors! South Maui gets so little rain, many years it may only rain 3 or 4 times. And its beaches are so extraordinary that it's a mecca for anyone looking for a dreamy, dependable tropical vacation. The Makena surf is quieter than many condo resorts and a bit more isolated since it's in sleepy Makena, south of Wailea. All of the buildings except A and C are oceanfront. Buildings B and F are our favorites. Be aware that there are a lot of stairs on this property. Now, the living areas in the units are on the ocean side, leaving the bedrooms in the back. Units are large and most are expensively furnished. There are 2 herb gardens on the site. Their beach, Po'olena, is one of my favorite beaches in South Maui. Then you have the Fairmont Kealani. Wow, gotta say, this is kind of a goofy-looking place. According to the resort's story, the developer asked the architect to create something that blends with the land. And this is the result. A mix of Hawaiian and Moorish design. For those who missed the Moors in geography class, think Casablanca. Once you get inside, however, you realize that everything about the resort screams money, as if the developer opened a vault and just poured money onto the floor. And the results are pretty impressive. Everything feels expensive. The name Kealani means white heaven, and it certainly lives up to its name. Most of the building is bright white, so don't skimp on the expensive sunglasses, though they have added some earth tones in recent years on interior spaces. On the downside to the white, aside from being a bit blinding, is that the resort is hotter than others in the area. The bright reflective light and the U-shaped building, which prevents breezes from passing through, make the resort pretty warm much of the time. East Maui and Hana. East Maui and the Hana Highway are a part of the island that is seen more as an activity or an event for most visitors. The road to Hana is without question the most famous and desired drive in all of Hawaii, the crown jewel of driving. It's been compared to driving through the Garden of Eden, a slow, winding road through a lush paradise that you always knew existed somewhere. Many of the communities along this stretch of East Maui still practice traditional farming and are very passionate about preserving the look, feel, and character of the area. Now, the Hana Maui Resort has been through quite a lot. Built decades ago as a high-end getaway for the well-to-do, it fell into disrepair. A few owners later, it has reclaimed much of its former glory and now exudes an old-world feel. It's impossible to stay here and not feel relaxed, unless you contemplate the bill that awaits you at the end. You'll find tranquil green hillside grounds, fairly large rooms, and relaxed staff. Their spa is small, but their treatment rooms are fairly large, and you get to use all the facilities when you book an appointment. They have daily yoga classes and a number of Hawaiian cultural activities. There are tennis and pickleball courts, as well as a 3-hole putting course. They also offer a shuttle to Hamoa Beach. Got any resorts you love but didn't see on our list? Go ahead and let us know in the comments. Check out our blog that goes into further detail about each region and the cities on Maui. We hope this will point you to some truly spectacular options for your trip to Hawaii. Big Island isn't just a clever name. It's so big that you could fit all the other major Hawaiian islands in it and still have room left over. The island is enormous and made up of 5 volcanoes. Kohala in the north is the oldest. Next came Mauna Kea, Hualalai, Mauna Loa, and finally Kilauea. None of them are truly dead, but only Mauna Loa and Kilauea make regular appearances, with an occasional walk-on by Hualalai. It can be difficult to choose a place to stay on an island for many visitors. To guide you in making an informed decision, this video will list a few of my favorite places to stay. Kailua Kona. Kailua Kona is nestled in the lee of Hualalai volcano, meaning that it's sheltered from the trade winds coming from the other side of the island. The winds it does get usually come from wraparound sea breezes, and the rains from them have already been wrung out. This is the most populated area of the island. It's where the majority of visitors fly into and fly out of. You'll find the most dining options here, as well as several resorts and condos. Four Seasons Hualalai shines, even among its superb competitors. 37 1- and 2-story bungalows and several crescents with 6 to 8 rooms per building, including a few golf course buildings. They used a lot of local materials, giving the resort a very Hawaiian feel. All units, even golf course units, have nice ocean views. Building 25 is closest to the water. Second-floor rooms have better ocean views, but first-floor rooms have a pleasant garden on the other side of the bathroom glass, with a second private, outdoor lava shower where water gurgles over a short lava ledge. What a great place to have your morning shower! Then there's the Courtyard King Kamehameha's Kona Beach Hotel. The King Cam, as it's known locally, is a Kona fixture. Located next to the Kailua Pier, the hotel is fronted by the tiny but calm Kamakahonu Beach. The Ahu Enehea is also on the grounds. This area was the home to King Kamehameha during his latter years, and his legacy has been adopted by the hotel in paintings and artwork. They give tours, by the way. King Cam is the center of the universe every October when the Ironman Triathlon takes place. Most of the athletes stay here, as do many from the television crews, and rooms are hard to get then. It's conveniently located on a fantastic beach. All factors combined give it the rating of a real gem. Kohala. Farther north on the west shore is the Kohala area. Most of this area is considered leeward, and this is the driest part of the state, with an annual rainfall averaging less than 10 inches. Large stretches of lava fields cover north of Kona and much of Kohala. The north tip of the island has both leeward and windward aspects, and a much slower pace than the resort area. The whole region is packed with historical sites that are worth exploring. The Mauna Kea Beach Hotel was the first resort to grace the Kohala Lava Desert area, and a large part of their business is repeat customers. Built by Lawrence Rockefeller in 1965, it set the standard for all that came afterwards. The Mauna Kea has traditionally been one of the most popular resorts on the island, and it's a grand place to stay. The resort is very restful and pleasing, and the staff is top-notch. Many people like the slow pace here. They're now getting their fourth-generation guests, who often have such an affection for the place that before the hotel remodels the rooms, they ask guests for their input about what they would like to keep and see added. There are 1,200 pieces of art from the Asia-Pacific region, and tours are given to learn more about this outstanding collection. Rooms in the main tower are modern and clean with touches of teal and orange, the hotel's trademark colors. Fairmont Orchid Hawaii has an intoxicating richness that just permeates everything. The lush grounds have a very sculpted and precise feel. Nothing is out of place. And the inside is just as flawless. The lobby, halls, and rooms are all richly furnished with lots of wood and fine carpets. Even the elevators are paneled in Kaua with crystal chandeliers. The overall effect of the resort's room and common areas is a European Hawaiian elegance. The entire staff seems obsessed with pleasing you. Restaurants are what you'd expect, on the higher end and delicious. They have their own garden and bees on property and use items they grow for their recipes. The man-made beach is usually calm and protected. It's also one of the only beaches on Hawaii where you can, at least legally, enjoy an adult beverage, making it prime for weddings. Lots of activities are available, including a sunrise canoe paddle and professionally led stargazing. South Point. The southern end of the island from Honolulu to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park is the least developed part of the Big Island. Long stretches of lava fields on the western side of Mauna Loa's flank give way to green as you round the southern part of the island, where rain is allowed to fall with less interference from Mauna Loa volcano. Colony 1 at Sea Mountain is a condo property on the south side of the island, and it's a long way from other towns. The condo complex is mostly timeshares, though you won't find any salesmen around, in the heart of Sea Mountain, a very remote region of the southern part of the island. The grounds are pleasant, and units, though not remarkable, are clean and consistent in decor. Think of this as an alternative place to stay if you want to explore Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, 28 miles away, but still want to stay near the shoreline where it's more tropical, though the units are not beachside. It's quiet and peaceful here. Lots of stairs on this property, mostly in the units themselves. Mid-stay housekeeping is available if you're staying 9 or more nights, or daily for an optional fee. Volcano and the National Park. If you had to name the one thing Big Island was most famous for, it would undoubtedly be Kilauea Volcano. In all the world, there isn't a more active volcano, and none is more user-friendly than Kilauea. People often refer to it as a drive-in volcano. There's lodging in the national park itself, but it's the community of Volcano just outside the entrance that has some of the best options. The Volcano Village Lodge is small, just over an acre, and it was originally built as an artist's workshop, but was converted in 2006 with buildings added over time. The standalone rooms are set amid a very lush, dense tropical forest with native plantings. Each feels very private and intimate. All are lavishly furnished in different themes with expensive bedding and fireplaces. Fresh flowers, bathrobes, slippers, and flashlights are supplied. Breakfast is placed in your room the previous afternoon, so you may enjoy it at your leisure, and it usually includes a hot dish that can be warmed in your microwave oven, along with the usual fruit and coffee and other things. Kilauea Lodge and Restaurant opened in 1937 as a YMCA youth camp. Now, this quaint lodge was converted to a hotel in 1986. The whole thing was very well done and lovingly maintained, but it switched hands in 2018 for $4 million, which we assume is pocket change to the Highway West Vacations, the new California-based operator. Some of our readers have told us the whole place, from restaurant to ambiance, well, that it's gone downhill. But from what we've seen, despite some growing pains, the comfy, delicious-smelling lodge has maintained the same feel and vibe, although we expect even more changes to come. Hilo. Hilo is a charming mix of old and new Hawaii. Once a thriving town bolstered by limitless sugar revenues, the demise of the sugar industry has kept Hilo kind of in a time warp. And that's part of the charm. Though a full-fledged city, things move slower here, and the community is tight. They've been through a lot. Slammed by tsunamis, threatened by lava flows, racked by a changing economy, Hilo has withstood it all. Hilo is also a strikingly beautiful town. And Hilo is the logical gateway to explore Puna, the easternmost part of the island, where you'll find lush rainforests, a small but quality zoo, a black sand beach, and volcano-ravaged towns. The SCP Hilo Hotel has very clean, modern, minimalist hotel rooms across from the ice pond. This family hotel got a long-awaited updating and reopened in mid-2021 as the SCP Hilo. The very warm staff makes the whole hotel feel inviting. The updates earned them a gem rating. It has well-maintained building and grounds, with one of the nicer pools in Hilo, which also include comfy lounge chairs. Rooms facing the pool, on the interior side of the property, numbers 16 through 29, those are preferable since they're away from the street noise on this busy corner. As a second choice, get a premium room facing the koi pond, which also has lanais. Your resort fee covers bike rentals, paddleboards, coffee, and tea in the lobby and Wi-Fi. They added a small workout room, some equipment, yoga mats, and free weights. The inn at Kulaniapia Falls is only 20 minutes away from Hilo, but light years away in everything else besides distance. Come here to get away from it all. When you can swim in a real pool at the bottom of a waterfall, so why the heck would you leave these grounds? The three main buildings sit on an incredibly beautiful, grassy hill above Kulaniapia Falls, whose sound can be heard from all the rooms. The Hamakua Coast and Waimea. Honolulu is on the northeast windward side of the island, and it's full of old Hawaii charm. Historic buildings, full of cool and quirky shops, and a decent range of dining options can be found here. Lodging is pretty much limited to bed and breakfast these days. Also, you won't be close to any beaches. But the hiking and overall scenery is something to experience, even if you don't choose to stay. The biggest population center of this area is Waimea Town. It's often labeled Kauai on maps because there are two other Waimeas in the state, so the post office named the local branch Kauai, Hawaiian for Samuel, as in Samuel Parker at the Parker Ranch. Many locals object to the use of the term Kauai, so I try to use the original name Waimea in deference. Life runs a little slower here, and families are a bit closer knit. Many people compare the appearance to a Northern California rural town, but prettier. Kauai Inn's rooms are nicely updated, feel modern and fresh. No phones, although there's an office phone available, and they have a nice continental breakfast, which is included. The setting is well-groomed and the staff is very helpful. If they're not full, keep asking to look at rooms until you find one that suits you. Got any resorts or hotels that you love but you didn't see on the list here? Go ahead and let us know in the comments. Check out our blog that goes into further detail about each region and cities on the Big Island. We hope this will point you to some truly spectacular options for your trip to Hawaii.